of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll return it. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UCF Knights offense will get the first crack at it here. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Knights will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. So Mississippi State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on first down. The sure hands, it's Reese. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Quick completion to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Brown will throw it, using the quick game. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Isaac. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Catch in the middle. It's Fox. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll keep it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? Looking for a crease. It's Isaac. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Syracuse is going to enjoy the trip back to Central New York after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there inside the dome, and suddenly it's quite the resume. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Finds a man in the middle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Hunt is on its way. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Charles. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Richardson. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Motion from the wideout. They're going to run it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Got his man to the left. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Pass interference. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll go right back to the run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
Finally, now the fans can get a little bit excited. This offense hasn't done anything. 0 points in the game, but finally completes the big pass down the field, makes the big game.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphreys. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They go to the ground. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. From the gun. Grabbed in the middle. It's Evans. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a 1-possession game here in the 4th.
UCF 16, Mississippi State 8.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Evans. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Bulldogs in the hurry-up. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
On the play. And first down for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Tackle on the play at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Mississippi State.
Just keeps slinging it. Pressure coming. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And how about the defense coming through in the clutch? You're up. You want to maintain that lead. You've given up a bunch of yardage. What do? You bow your neck, create the turnover, get the ball back to the offense. Offense, go do your job. We're going to win this football game.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Brown wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Knights inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Glover. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. Here on 3rd down for this offense. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David